Greeting everybody, I am Dheeraj Marzan and I am representing Group S4-17. My group members are Neha Bhatt, Nirmal Ranjit, Vivek Shrestha, Priyas Lamsal and Rujna Sapkota. The topic of our presentations is auditor and liability. So what is auditor and liability? Basically, auditors are people who conduct an audit. These people are liable for both criminal and civil offenses. Moving forward to next slide, we have taken a case which focuses on paper regarding auditors and legal liability, which is focusing on lawsuit filed against by Barclays Bank PLC versus Grant Thornton UK LLP. This was presented in court and its result can be influential for auditing profession. Further, for description of the case, I would like to invite Neha on the screen. Go.
Thank you, Dheeraj. Now I will gonna describe about this case. This case is about the banks which is representing and enter into the loan facility with the Grant Thornton. As a result of it, Barclays suffered a big loss of 40 million up to entry of its borrowed into administration. Later in this case, Barclays argued that the Grant Thornton was pretty liable for the loss, stating that later relied on two non-statutory audit reports which had not covered specific fraudulent with the accounts of borrower. As a result of this, the accountant denied negligence and sought of judgment on the fault that Barclays was not in any way to be blamed in any case and to exist bannerman. On the other side, Grant Thornton claimed that the bannerman causes did not include in this clause. So they have mentioned one clause which is the responsibility to anyone rather than other company and its directors. Hence, it is not stated that the fraudulent activities that the staff of two companies committed. The financial report were sufficient to content in making ruling to the GT or of duty of care to Barclays. Therefore, at the last, it was also in consideration of circumstances by which auditors can owe duty of care to the third party. Because of this, they did not have disclaimer. The auditors owed to the duty of care to the third party. This case is very important as it brings out that it is necessary for the auditors to pay close attention towards it and to the disclaimers. Further, the case is brought to the attention of accountants in the particular area. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha. Now I'm going to continue my slides. I'm going to talk about issues of auditing and accounting in this case. The issue found is the negligence of auditor. Here, the auditor failed to uncover the fraudulent accounting, the tampering activities done by the accountants on the accounts of ZT. According to the ethical codes of practice, auditor negligence is a criminal offense and a legal lawsuit can be taken against such auditor. Now, next issue regarding this case is the duty of the care. Here, ZT owed the duty of care to Barclays for limiting themselves from being exposed. Here, Barclays claimed reliance on the non-statutory financial statement made by the ZT has caused them the loss. Talking about the issues raised in the disclaimer in the financial reports used by the accountants, court claimed that ZT owed duty of care to Barclays as the sufficient disclaimer was not presented in the financial statement. It is important to pay close attention to disclaimer by both the accountants and the auditors. Further, judge made it clear that auditors failed to offer disclaimer to the third party and was violating law. Disclaimer should be included in the writing.
Thank you, Nirmal. Now I am continuing with the topic about what is the cause of issue. The cause of issue, the first and foremost, the major causes is the auditors were unsuccessful to provide the disclaimers to the third party. Barclays is convinced that the firm has shown negligence, and as a result, there was a reliance on non-statutory report of audit. When the auditors were presenting financial statement, they did not provide the disclaimer, and it is for this very reason why it was ruled at GT on Barclays or duty of care. Likewise, the misinterpretation by defendants in this case, that the defendant did not clearly understand what it means when a duty of with a duty of care. It is indeed very important that firms understand duty of care, as it helps to protect the third party noticeable in issuing of disclaimers. The decision of this case was reached given the fact that Barclays did not consider the disclaimers in its financial report. Recommendation and areas for improvement. A key consideration should be given when companies involved in audit for companies with fraudulent activity. The independence of the auditors has been breached to the point that people are losing confidence in auditing firms. Many audit firms have started a culture of making money where they give false audit reports to fit a particular interest. This can be the reason why the audit firm in Barclays failed to reveal.
Thank you, Vivek, and now I will be continuing with the audit strategies. One way of preventing any issues that come in the audit is one is good communication, and another one is implementation of strategy that suit the two parties, that is the firm and the auditor. Many businesses are lacking the good trained auditor. That's why they are facing several kind of the problems, like the problem that we are seeing in this paper. So it is highly recommended that audit strategy be developed in an organization with a clear explanation of what to be covered in the given time frame. So as I have already mentioned, the second way to prevent the issues regarding the auditing is the communication. If there is effective communication, then that is the solution for any kind of the issues. Thirdly, and more importantly, there must be the provision of required resources and in the right time. So it's gonna solve all kind of the issues that can arise in the auditing field. So the next will be continuing by one of my friends.
Thank you, Rosina. Now I'm going to continue with auditing programs. Auditing program must be capable of handling all information provided well and within the specified time. This also means that it must be capable of handling the assigned work with little or no errors. It helps to determine how the auditor carries out auditing job. Another important aspect of an audit program is that it must allow room for changes, adjustment. The objective and scope of the audit program must be clearly articulated. The audit program must be designed to align with the regulatory requirements. It is evident from this paper that auditors are very important in financial reporting. Auditors are required to execute their duties adhering to the professional code of conduct. It is an auditor fails to observe the ethical code, he or she can be charged in criminal lawsuit. A number of audit and accounting issues have been found in this case are negligence, duty of care, and disclaimers. The issue in this case comes from the fact that disclaimers were not provided to the third parties. Further, the defendant misinterpreted the duty of care. Auditing requires professionalism, and thus auditors should have ethical code, otherwise they may face lawsuit. It is also important for organizations to make sure that they have implemented auditing strategies to overcome issues discussed. The key here is to have highly trained auditors. Thank you. Thank you for watching our video.